In Victoria's northwest, an unlikely group of people have put down roots in the small rural town of Pyramid Hill.
It's very rare that you would walk down the street without knowing somebody.
It is the people that make Pyramid Hill.
Named after its nearby pyramid-like peak, the town was built off the back of wheat and sheep farming. But like many rural communities around the country, the town's future looked bleak.
Over the last 10 years, Pyramid Hill and all the smaller towns in Loddon Shire have really been suffering serious population decline.
They've had the pet food factory there closed down. They've had the abattoirs closed down there. The population was definitely decreasing.
When piggery owner Tom Smith was struggling to find skilled workers locally, he decided to look further afield.
There were a couple of piggeries that employed Filipinos, and that was working really well, so we thought, rightio, we'll try the same.
In 2008, Tom flew to the Philippines, bringing 4 workers back with him to work at the piggery. He now employs 24 Filipinos.
The first Filipino enrolment was in 2009.
Before the arrival of Filipino families, the town's primary school was struggling to stay open.
At St Patrick's, we have an enrolment of 18 learners. Of those 18, 12 are Filipino.
That's it, good job.
To be able to share our cultures and to learn from one another is a wonderful asset.
With around 100 Filipinos now calling Pyramid Hill home, today they account for 1/5 of the town's population.
I would just like to welcome everybody here tonight for this wonderful evening of celebration of community and sharing of wonderful food.
I came to Pyramid Hill through a skilled migration scheme.
Filipino community leader Helen Garchi-Tarina arrived in Pyramid Hill 5 years ago as a single mum with her 4 kids.
I came from a highly congested part of the Philippines, and when I come here, I would be lucky to see one person walking down the street.
I actually didn't know Australia was a thing. I thought the only other country outside of Philippines was America.
Helen now helps others in the community integrate into life at Pyramid Hill.
We started talking about how can we contribute to the community, so we formed the group United Filipino Organization for the interests of Filipino and the entire community.
It's a really small community and we're all really connected, which is really nice. It's sort of like just the same, like home with added other people.
The locals have welcomed the Filipinos with open arms. There's an annual Filipino fiesta, a Filipino grocery store, and regular gatherings to get to know each other better.
We were struggling, but now look at the population, what it's done to the schools and the churches.
They're always happy. There's always a smile on their face. They're happy to be here. And the people in our town are happy to have them here.
It's really an amazing example of what community-led migration can achieve in rural Australia, and we think many communities around the country can replicate their success.
Around the country, 151 local government areas have taken a similar approach. Mingoola in New South Wales has a growing African population. In Dalwallinu, WA, 15% of the population are overseas-born migrants. And Nil, Victoria, has seen the resettlement of 200 Burmese Karen refugees.
This is a phenomenon that individuals in rural communities around Australia have really been leading. It hasn't really had a lot of support and engagement from the government, and we think that's the opportunity to scale this up and make it easy for lots of other communities to do the same.
So with the success of places like Pyramid Hill, could migrants be the answer to reviving regional Australia?
Knowing that Filipinos contribute to this revival really makes us so proud of what we're doing here.
Power of community.